Hi guys, how's it going? Well, this is my first video in a series of video talking about many topics with myself to improve my English and also have a record about my English learning progress for myself and for all of you guys to have a demonstration about how is going my progress in this path of learning. So first of all, I would like to talk about how was my English learning process in 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 the last few months. So the situation was I was learning a lot of grammar and taking very long uh, grammar lessons by myself, but I noticed that I spend a lot of time in that kind of stuff like learning a lot of grammar and reading a lot of topics and learning structures, the sentence structures and that kind of stuff. But it is not very useful for me. Of course, it is very important, but I believe now that it doesn't matter too much if you don't study a lot of grammar. The most important thing, at least in my case, and I don't know if it is a recommendation because each person learn in a different way, but in my case, it was very useful just to have a file with the most important topics about grammar, then ask in ChatGPT for the a resume a review about those topics to synthesize that information, and then after to reading a little bit about that and notice how those structures work works, apply that grammar. If not talking with my well, for me it's really useful talking with myself and recording myself, and after that see my errors and that kind of stuff. But as also it's pretty important to use that content that you learn. It could be talking with other peoples on platforms or websites, or for example I was using a pretty useful platform on internet that it is uh, I don't remember the name actually, but I make some friends there, and then I know a lot of people from countries which speak the my target language that I want to learn. So I was talking with those guys, and it was pretty useful talk with they each day, because I can apply all the content that I learned before. And well, in my case, after that, and to be a little bit more confident with my own skills, my English skills, uh, I had been talking by video calls with friends or with strangers on Discord, or with every person in on internet, like face to face. And it's really useful because you can notice your errors and your your skills when you talk with other person, and you can see directly how is going your approach. In my case, I improve a lot talking with myself and with those guys, but now I need to change my strategy because I need to learn a little bit of grammar, but it doesn't matter how many time I spend in the grammar lesson. If it's less time, the less time I spend learning grammar and I can apply it, it's better for me. That's my case, but of course, each person learn in different ways. And in the other hand, well, that's it about my English progress until now. But now I think that I need to change my strategy to talk about more complex topics. For example, policy, like uh, system educations in different countries, like technical interviews and all that kind of stuff. I need to improve in 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 that sense, and I want to do it. And actually, there are a lot of resources on internet, but my main tool at this point of uh, my progress uh, learning the language, it's using ChatGPT or another tools, but mainly it's just talking with people the whole day and listening podcasts and try to think in your target language. For example, in my case, my main language is Spanish, but I was trying to change it to start to have throws in English, and it's pretty useful because now the most part of the day I'm thinking in English. Maybe, of course, I have some grammar mistakes, but the point here is get be confident and get confidence in yourself. So when you to approach to other person to talk or something that you need with the other person, just be confident and communicate your own ideas, and that's it. That's all that you need. After that, you you can at least communicate your ideas, and if you have a little error, the other person could help you or give you a feedback or something, and that's it. And I read in some article the the last week or a couple of weeks ago about that the best strategy to learn a foreign language, in this case, well, I'm learning English, but it could be any language that you want. It's just, first of all, consume content from from that country who speak that language, your target language, and after that, know a little bit more about the culture. And after that, you need to explore more the culture, any many topics like history, geography, at least a little bit, not too much, but you need to understand why those those people uh, are like they are, and what are their cost their yeah, the culture basically, and learn how the language adequate to that culture, and then you have more context about uh, not just about the language, rather than, sorry, not just about the country, but at the same time about the country and the language. So that's it. And if you can learn about that country and the language from a native speaker, it's even better because you have a person who experience all that kind of stuff in the first person. So it is important make friends and know a lot of people around the world, and because that's the point about the language. Know people and communicate your ideas with others, because you would like to why you learn a new language if you will don't use it, it doesn't have sense. It doesn't have sense. So the most important thing always at the end of the day is practice and feel comfortable with your learning process and with yourself basically, and with others. So that's all for today, guys. I hope this series, it could be improved. And see you later, and thank you for watching.